Take it cheesy. That's on their packages.
By the way, speaking of taking it cheesy, I couldn't have asked for a better follow-up. And the only person that possibly could have followed up Cheese Brothers, Matt Beach, president of 10-4 Recruiting. You go to 10-4, that's the number 4, recruiting.com. Brother, it is good to have you. How you doing, man?
Well, I'm doing cheesy. I mean, why couldn't I be on that episode? Are you kidding me? Sriracha Gouda?
Yeah.
And so there was a cheese that I saw, it was last year, and I tried it and loved it, but it was a coffee flavored Gouda.
Yes. Coffee.
Really? Let that sink in for 1 second. Coffee flavored Gouda. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, I was jealous sitting there listening to that the Cheese Bros guy just throwing out flavors left and right. I'm in.
Let me tell you something, Matt, really quickly. So my dad went in the fridge this weekend. We're watching football, and he's like, "So this cheese you have here, the one that's actually dusted in cinnamon, is this any good?" And I went, "Well, I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't good, Dad." He said, "Okay, I'll give it a shot." I was sitting on the couch watching the game, and he usually comes in with a plate or something. He came in with nothing, and I'm like, "What's going on?" He leaned over to kiss my forehead, and he said, "Occasionally you do things really, really right, son. Thank you so much."
That's a win. That's always a win.
So speaking of win, are Popeye's pre-cooked frozen turkeys any good? I mean, what's going on there?
Number one, yes. B, number two, if you want it like a winner and just be like, I slaved all day over this bird. I've had to thaw it. I've had to brine it. I've done everything. If you want to play that role, you can, which I did last year. I mean, I walked in, it's just like the slow-mo. You walk in with the turkey in the aluminum pan, and you open it up, and everybody starts cheering for you, and you're just like, yeah, I'm taking all that. All I did was warm it up and put it in the smoker for like maybe 30 minutes, if that. I mean, it is absolutely the easiest and most delicious bird I've had in a long time.
Wow.
So easy.
But
I had to come clean. I did have to come clean because my mom was like, I smell BS. Did you yes or no? Just like, no, it's Popeyes. It's Popeye's Cajun turkey. So I could go ahead.
I was just gonna say you should walk in and just say Norman Rockwell's got nothing on me, baby. I'm the truth here, man. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. I could sell the stew out of these birds right now. I mean, they're hands down. They're absolutely so easy and phenomenal.
Outstanding. Okay, let's talk a little business so we can get back to goofy stuff as well too. So talk to me about, given your position at 10-4 Recruiting, what is it like, by the way, to recruit over the holidays? I mean, are there good weeks, or are people just taking a walk?
Yeah, they're just taking a break. I mean, I don't blame them, right? You're a professional driver. You're out there on the road. You've been hustling and bustling, and now it's like, hey, I want to spend some time with my family. So right now drivers are calling into their carriers, to their ops team, saying, hey, I just need a break. And carriers are definitely saying, hey, certainly, get home. Let's try to find you some break. Let's get you close to home. We'll get you to spend some time with your friends and family. I mean, that's exactly what's needed right now. And so it's tough, especially this week, because even though you want to be respectful of their time, you don't want to call them and bombard them like, hey, you want to get a driver job? I mean, we do it because we're recruiters. It's our job. But at the same time, you got to be respectful. A lot of times our recruiters will just call and say, hey, just want to say thanks when you're ready, when you're out and you're about, you want to talk to me, great. If not, hey, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Get home safe. But 2 weeks, the week prior, like last week, was a huge week for a lot of carriers and a lot of third-party recruiting companies. The week after, next week, the next 2 weeks in December are huge, absolutely huge for recruiting. I mean, it's go time, and then you'll start seeing again another downtrend where drivers, hey, they want to be home with their families for the holidays, for Christmas, New Year's, all that, great. And then what I call the Super Bowl of recruiting is that first couple of maybe that first 3 weeks in January, it's wide open. And so you start seeing those orientation classes start building up. But yeah, it's definitely a challenge. So you gotta prep, and you gotta, the big thing is just more so just being respectful to the professional drivers and what they're going through right now and trying to get them home.
Matt, thank you, by the way, for that. We've had a lot of people on the show, have done a lot of talking about a lot of aspects of the industry. I don't think, Dave, I've ever remembered a recruiter coming on and actually laying out the seasonal nature of it all. Do you remember any of that?
No.
And we really appreciate that. I mean, I kind of knew a little bit of this, but I think a lot of our listeners, that's really helpful too, because I feel like if the folks out there understand that, then they can start preparing for when their best opportunities to look their best and to make a pitch for themselves when they're looking around for a place to go next, right? They can say, hey, man, I got to get my stuff in order for those first 3 weeks in January. So when the recruiters come looking, I'm putting my best foot forward. Is that a fair assessment of the situation?
Oh, it's totally fair. I mean, I'm a data guy. I love looking at data, especially within my ATS. And if I'm looking at it right now, I would, you can start seeing that in the next 2 weeks. It's building up. But I'm already seeing drivers being set for those first couple of weeks in January. Actually, the second week in January, we're already seeing drivers saying, hey, I've got this going on right now. I've got a good company. I'm just kind of wanting to lay low, want to take some time for my family. I've got some pay built up. I can take a break. I've got some home time built up. I'm going to take a break. But when I'm out, I'll give you guys a call and we'll talk then. So you're starting to see those recruiters using, the tagging, which is huge, and putting the right statuses for what drivers when they're coming in. That's the data points you want to be able to see. And like I said, even right now, you're starting to see those scheduled out times being set by those professional drivers.
Nicely done, sir. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but Dave Nemo and his wife are big old Harry Potter fans.
Massive, love it.
Yeah, and by the way, our good friend Mr. Beach here is as well, Dave. And I told Cheryl when we get a chance to play this back, she needs to listen to this. You got a little piece of Harry Potter coming people our way, don't you? A little spell for recruiting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the driver recruiting world. That's the love language is full apps. That's what we need, driver, full apps from truck drivers. So when I'm sitting here with my wand, swish and flick, I need to swish and flick some Absolonius this way. But what was that? I think it's Absolonia, not Apollonia. Come on, I mean, you gotta make sure you gotta say it right, because if not, there's no telling what's going to pop out of that wand.
For sure.
Got to get it right, man. You might summon a non-domiciled driver from all the way from Argentina and never know what the heck you're getting kind of on top of you. By the way, it's like woo. You never know what's going to pop up. Go ahead.
No, it was my wife. It was our 24th. Oh gosh, I hope I get this right. 24-year anniversary. A few weeks back, and it was one of those where we were just out walking around. I was like, hey, we'll kind of sneak over here and do some snogging. She's like, what? She's like, oh my God, get the Harry Potter brain off. I mean, no, she goes, no, yeah, if you want to kiss, yeah, kiss, but we're not calling it snogging. I kind of like calling it snogging.
I kind of like calling it snogging too. And by the way, I'm in luck, by the way, because my wife would be like snogging. I haven't heard that in forever. Let's do some snogging. That's good stuff. Last quick question. We got to take a break here. We got to get you out of here. But so are you going to do the Popeyes pre-cook frozen turkey again?
Oh, hands down. Bought two of them. Yeah, I've got two. As they say, I've got Deuce ready for the Traeger. Going to throw them in there, let them sit for a little bit, and then have the sweat and everything. The water on my face, look like I'm just kind of drowning over here. All the work and everything that's going into the preparation of this birds. Yeah.
Birds. So we were watching
while I'm eating some cheese bros cheese.
Exactly.
Getting back on that sriracha Gouda.
Sriracha Gouda is coming your way. By the way, this is peak my brother. So I went to go watch the Saints game yesterday, Dave, and my brother Ryan made steaks for everybody, and he can cook. But it's like, so he takes the steaks out, he puts them on a cutting board, and his friend Jude goes, well, what else we got for it? He goes, steaks. And he's like, what? He goes, that's it. He says, eat your steak. And that's all we had was steak. And he said, I'm just tired of it. All this nonsense aside. He said, I got you the biggest piece of meat on the goddamn planet. He said, eat some steak. So that's my take on it now. So you just have some bird, dude. I think, just
have some bird and some, some bird and some cow. I'd call it a day.
That's it.
Talking afterwards.
Matt Beach, of course, is the Sriracha Gouda guy, who actually also runs Ten4 Recruiting and is a genuine friend of the show. I'm sending you a text right now. He's going to give you a good laugh. Thank you, Matt.